Welcome back to Frankfort. Phil Casper along with our studio engineer tonight, Bernie Fancella. Rocky Downing on his way over here from the North Gym. We'll have the next two games for you coming up from this gym. This first one is a boys matchup. Clifton Clyde taking on the Linn Bulldogs. Clifton Clyde 6-4, coached by Jim Blackwell. Linn 1-8. They're coached by first-year head coach Dalton Heist. In Clifton, or rather Linn 1-8 on the year, but they have been close in several games. Did get a chance to talk with Coach Heist a little bit, competing at a pretty high level, and they'll have their hands full with Clifton Clyde. This is a team that we saw was pretty competitive last year, and they are back. Pretty much everybody off that team is back, and now got a violation called on the jump. And I didn't hear what it was. A violation of some kind was called on Christian Seifert. Right in his zone.
The Citizens National Bank is ready to provide you with a great borrowing experience, whether you're buying, building, or refinancing a home. We offer first-time home buyer, FHA, VA, and conventional home loans with competitive interest rates on a national level and flexible term options to fit your financial situation. With little money down, we can assist you with getting into your dream house. The Citizens National Bank, mortgage loans with the personal attention you deserve. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The agronomy professionals at Wilbur Ellis are ready to help you clean up your fields and prepare for winter in the coming spring. Now's the time to find out what your soil needs to keep up with the nutrient needs of the next crop. Wilbur Ellis has many site-specific soil test and mapping options, as well as standard soil testing. Plus, applying fertilizer in the fall will decrease the chance of loss and congestion for next spring's crops. I'm Blaze with Wilbur Ellis. We're here to serve you in every season.
Central Valley Ag is constantly growing to meet member needs. Process Manager James Krackemeyer sees it in the feed mill.
When I started at the co-op, we had 2 mills in our system. Today, we've merged with other companies, so there's a lot of locations.
Mill Manager Ryan Lundeen says there's one focus, meeting the needs and demands of the co-op's farmer owners.
We're in the customer service industry, so seeing our customers happy is the ultimate goal.
Find all the products, services, and locations on the Central Valley Ag website, cvacoop.com. You and Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
Well, again, some technical difficulties here in the Frankfort Gymnasium. Clifton Clyde has gone up 2-0. Now lob pass from Linn, lobbed inside to Daniel York. Loses the basketball. Clifton Clyde back with it. So Clifton Clyde up 2-1. About 2 minutes into the game. Seifert other end, and lay-in is good. Christian Seifert down the court quickly, takes it on his own. Full court press on from the Eagles as Linn with some problems getting through there. Now they do. York to Cardenas. Oh, nice skip pass underneath. A lot of contact on Jay Schaefer and no foul called. So Clifton Clyde with the basketball. There's Seifert with a downtown three, and I mean that is from way down, and he misses. But Clifton Clyde does get the board back. Now Slater Lawson will try to answer with a three out on the wing. Rebound to Linn, and that is Trent Byer out of there with it. So Clifton Clyde leading 4-1. Linn with the basketball. Cardenas has it. Now tries to throw it across court, throws it away. Down court pass. Seifert bowls his way in the lane. A lot of contact. And he will hit the dirt, and a foul will be called. We'll see who they call on that. It calls on Ricardo Cardenas. The starting lineup: Slater Lawson, Douglas Cook, Jarek Weike, Aiden Rudolph, and Christian Seifert. for Clifton Clyde as Seifert misses the free throw. For Linn, Tyler Oldie, Jace Schaefer, Daniel York, Trent Byer, and Ricardo Cardenas are your starting lineup. Seifert will have one more. Linn with that early lead. Second one from Seifert is good. Again, on that tip, trying to steal it is what called the violation. Appreciate the help on that from an official. Now a steal on the inbounds pass. There's a three for Clifton Clyde. Won't go. Good backside rebound. Back to Seifert. There's Lawson out on the wing. Thought about it, but decides to kick it back to Seifert, and now Seifert took steps trying to drive the lane. Linn trailing 5-1 early. Keaton Bargman into the game for the Bulldogs. Now trapped, and boy, a tough trap, and Coach Dalton Heiss calling a timeout, and he will get it. Great job by the backside official seeing that timeout as the nearest official to Coach Heiss had his back to him, but the backside official very quickly in to grant that timeout. 4:45 left in the first, 5-1. Clifton Clyde leads when we come back.
I'm Janelle Wooler, Administrator at Linn Community Nursing Home. Our project for a utility update was approved through the State of Kansas state tax credits. Eligible donors to this project will receive 70% of the amount contributed. This contribution credit is a tax credit for contributions made by business firms or individuals subject to Kansas income tax, Kansas privilege tax, premium tax, or privilege fees imposed on insurance companies. Please contact me at the Linn Nursing Home to learn more.
Well, a great job by this officiating crew. Coach Dalton Heiss wanting a timeout on that trap as Bargman was trapped, and the official nearest him had his back to him and didn't hear, but the backside official on the opposite end of the court did catch that, and now a foul is going to be called away from the basketball. That foul called on Christian Seifert, I believe. So Linn will inbounds again. Bargman back up top to Schaefer. Now left wing, he goes to York. York inside. Oh, what a look inside the Byer, but he can't get it to fall. Rebound to Clifton Clyde. Here come the Eagles down court quickly. Good job by Linn to get back on D. Seifert out on the wing. He'll go right side to Berry. Back up top to Rudolph, and now Seifert, long three from the left baseline, and Christian Seifert buries it. Linn down 8-1 now, and now they throw it away again as Jace Schaefer that time threw one away. Linn just pressing really hard. Now in the lane, losing it, is Wyatt Lang. Linn will get it back. They trail 8-1, and now a foul on Seifert, and that's 2 on Seifert. We're just 3:46 into this game. So Christian Seifert's going to have to come out early. Again, they have now compressed the schedule. They're going to finish this thing Thursday. We'll have to get the times all sorted out. Part of the tournament will now be played in Centralia. Linn with a loose ball. They do recover it near midcourt. Bargman has it. Linn is just out of position right now. Cannot get into any offense. Pretty good defense by the Eagles. There's a long three ball. York off glass. Won't go. Rebound underneath. Lots of contact. Nothing called, out of bounds. That's going to be Linn's basketball. And we'll see officials. It will be Linn's basketball. So they'll get it back under their own basket. Inbounds to Bargman. Over to York. Byer at the top of the key. He'll hold back over to York on the wing. Tries driving inside. Again, good defense. 2-on-2 look from the Eagles. York now, he's going to try driving, and Lane has it stuffed by Wyatt Lang. Wyatt Lang is listed at 6'4". I think that's maybe a little short. Maybe add another inch or two to the sophomore. Jump ball was called, and it will go to Clifton Clyde. So Gunnar Kaufman brings it down for the Eagles. To Barry. Now down low to Rudolph. Underneath, Lang. Turnaround jumper, yes. Wyatt Lang hits for his first two, and it's a 10-1 Eagle lead. And now traveling is going to be called on Joseph Trumbull. He just couldn't get his feet set. So Trumbull with some problems, and another turnover to the Eagles. Barry now out on the right wing. Underneath to Lang, again off glass, and Wyatt Lang is just too much for the Bulldogs to handle right now. They've gone down 12-1. Again, Linn just unable to come up with an answer. And some forced and unforced errors continue to plague the Bulldogs. Cardenas to Byer. Has it batted away by Lang right into the hands of Jarek Wyke. Other end now, Barry out on the left wing. Lob pass on the right side, Slater near steal, that time by Byer. The Clifton Clyde does get it back. Barry, NBA 3 from the left wing. No. Oh, what a rebound. Lang back up, can't get it to go, bats it out of there. Now Slater again, and hits for two from about 15. Slater Lawson with his first point, and it's 14-1. Cardenas now, lots of contact. Officials pretty much letting him go. 3 for Linn, won't go. That's Joseph Trumbull. Here come the Eagles. Down court, Gunnar Kaufman puts the shot up, won't go. Rebound, out of bounds. That's going to be Linn's basketball off the Eagles. So 1:01 remaining in the first, and it's a 14-1 game. Will be Linn's basketball. Inbound to Cardenas. And Linn just continues to hang on to the ball. They're just not able to work it very much, and now a foul is going to be called, that time on Gunnar Kaufman. That's Kaufman's first. Clifton Clyde's fourth team foul. They're playing very aggressive. And again, officials pretty much letting them go. And now Linn throws it away again. So back to the Eagles, down under 40. There's a 3-ball top of the key. That won't go from Kaufman. Rebound to the Eagles. Slater Lawson out of there with it. Up top to LeDuc Pierce. Now underneath to Lang, off glass and good. Wyatt Lang for 2 more. And it's 16-1, and Clifton Clyde, or rather Linn, turns it over again. And a foul is going to be called on the floor prior to the shot as Isaiah LeDuc Pierce trying to drive lane. They did call it on the floor, so no shot. .2 seconds. Lob pass into Lawson. Clifton Clyde driving. I believe that's Rudolph, Aiden Rudolph trying to drive the lane there. Not much there, cut off. Out of bounds, Rudolph inbound. To Lang, shot up, yes. Wyatt Lang hits for 2 more, and he's got 8, and it's 18-1. And Linn just continues to have problems. There's a bomb at the buzzer, and we are headed to the second. Clifton Clyde, 18, Linn, 1, into the first when we come back.
Are you looking for ways to save your money and earn interest? check out Call Valley State Bank. They have a variety of CD rate options to suit your needs. Their rates have been increasing, so come in today. Call Valley State Bank in Clifton is a proud supporter of the Clifton Clyde Eagles. Call Valley State Bank, conveniently located in a location near you in Clifton, St. Mary's, and Wamego. Member FDIC. Go Eagles!
Service, selection, and value for your hard-earned dollar. I don't know many people that don't appreciate those things. At Wall Street Value and Clay Center, we service what we sell. We take pride in our large selection of major appliances from General Electric and Whirlpool, and you get great savings on new, scratch and dent, and used appliances. Call us at 785-632-2851 or stop in 7 days a week in downtown Clay Center.
18-1. Start the second quarter. Clifton Clyde is leading Linn. Linn will start possession. Rocky, you've been sitting here watching a little bit as you came back over from the North Gym, and Linn just is not able to get anything going right now.
Well, they can't get a shot on goal hardly, let alone make something happen. Clifton Clyde really owning this game thus far.
Clifton Clyde playing a brutal defense. There's a shot, the first decent shot Linn has had in a while. It's Jay Schaefer. Can't get it to go. Rebound to the Eagles. And the Eagles just really out with this defense. This is what we saw Clifton Clyde do last year, and it's pretty much the same team they had last year. The Eagles with it. T. Cook now driving baseline. Not much there. Oh, what a block that time. That's Tyler Oldie with a block shot, and now knocked to the ground by Thomas Berry is Jay Schaefer. Clifton Clyde is aggressive, they're fast, and they want to run.
And they're long, and they're athletic. I mean, there's a lot of things going up against the Linn Bulldogs right now.
Again, they've had some trouble with this pressure defense, and now foul's going to be called on the floor on Clifton Clyde. That one's on Douglas Cook.
Well, Jay Schaefer had the right idea, and he had an open player down court, probably for a lay-in had they not fouled that time.
Cardenas now inbound, gets it to Byer, and now nearly thrown away. Ball still loose on the ground, bodies everywhere. We're going to have a jump ball. That'll be possession two, Clifton Clyde. And Clifton Clyde, very impressive, very fast. This is like Washington County. This was like the game earlier that I saw with Washington County. They're very quick, very athletic, and they want to run the entire game.
And they build it off of defense.
Clifton Clyde does the same thing. Is now Rudolph driving, or Douglas Cook rather, driving in for two, and it's 20-1. And I tell you, if you're Coach Dalton Heiss, I'm not sure what you do at this point. Now Cardenas driving in, and a charge is going to be called, and Linn cannot get a break. And that's probably the right call.
I think it's the right call. I think it's the right play, too, by Cardenas going in there and trying to make something happen. But good defense by Clifton Clyde is set, take the charge, and send it back the other way.
Coach Jim Blackwell's Eagles, he has a good rotation going. They'll do this to you the whole game. They're not going to let up. Now driving the lane that time, Aiden Rudolph can't get the shot to go. Gets his own rebound somehow. Put back, won't go. Still fighting. He's still tied up, and now jump ball is called. That'll go to Linn.
Tyler Oldie may have had a block shot on his first attempt inside, and then the tie-up after the loose ball rebound.
Two more players. Coach Blackwell has been rotating about every couple of minutes. He'll rotate at least two guys in.
Deep. And they look about the same as far as body length when they come on the floor.
Too much. And they have not moved out of this defense, and why would they? Linn now traps as Schaefer does bust through the trap. He's going to try to bull his way in, and if you lower your shoulder, you're going to get called.
Yeah, good job by Clifton Clyde to step in and take the charge that time, much like the last third down. This time in the half-court set, Eric Peterson slid over there and made the play. I like what Schaefer was doing, trying to get to the rim, but you got to know when to stop and pull up.
That's a charge every time. Now Lawson, he wants that three. He's been begging for it out there, and he'll take it if he can get it open. Right now they're out on him because Christian Seifert has burned him a couple of times. Slater Lawson now. He'll go right side T. Cook. Cook holds. Now he drives right. skip pass down on the baseline to Rudolph. Rudolph's going to bring it back up top. Lawson, Berry, inside. He goes to Eric Peterson, and now a foul is going to be called on the floor. 5:35 left in the first half. It's 20-1. Trent Byer has the only point for the Bulldogs. Rudolph to inbound. Gets it into Lawson. He wants that three off the back into the hands of Linn. That's Daniel York with the board. Down court quickly. Byer. He'll shoot from about 15. Misses. Rebound Rudolph. Here come the Eagles. Down court. Oh, a good look and bounce pass. Could not finish. Good defense from Linn as Douglas Cook went up. That's just great defense by the Linn Bulldogs. Here comes Linn. Other end. Shot up from Daniel York. That won't go. Rebound to the Eagles. That's Eric Peterson.
Last two trips for Linn, though, they've gotten looks they want. They just haven't knocked him down.
That's a near steal. That is a tough call right there. That's pretty good defense, it looked like, from Trent Byer, but he's going to get called for the block. So that's going to send Gunnar Kaufman to the line, shooting 1-on-1.
You know, it's tough enough when you're struggling. 1 point first half through, 11 minutes now. It's worse when the other team's rolling, and they just get better and better because they're getting hungry right now. They're having fun, and it's tough for Linn to kind of match that energy.
Well, they've been in a rhythm since the opening jump ball. Now, there was a violation on the jump ball and quick turnover. Now foul is going to be called, I'm guessing, on Clifton Clyde. We'll see who they call that on. That's going to be on Gunnar Kaufman. Violation on the jump ball, but ever since that time, Clifton Clyde has not looked back.
Well, nothing else, free throw chance here. Points, yes, but also maybe catch your breath a little bit if you're Linn.
Exactly. Trent Byer can't get the first one to fall. Ball batted around. Wyatt Lang out of there with it. He's tough. He's listed at 6'4", and he's all of that. 6'4", sophomore, by the way, Rocky.
That's tough.
Lawson now, skip pass up top. He goes to Kaufman. Kaufman now, a little floater in the lane, high off glass and good.
He call window?
He did not call window, and you've got to call that.
Great move, though. Rose up. Instead of going in and charging like we've seen on the other end a couple of times, he just rose up and kissed it off the window.
22-1, 4.5 left in this first half. Clifton Clyde has just been relentless on the defensive side. Lob pass down on the baseline to Schaefer. Not much there. Now near takeaway, but Daniel York comes back up with it. Inside in the lane is Byer, and finally they get a field goal to fall.
With the left around the big fella, kissed it in.
That's 12 minutes into the game, and they finally get one to fall. Now other end, Kaufman on the baseline answers. Gunnar Kaufman for two more, and it's 24-3.
Pretty smooth release in traffic that time by Kaufman.
Clifton Clyde has now backed off to a half court. There's a three ball from Keaton Bargman and won't go. That was a pretty good looking shot. Just wouldn't go. Rebound Clifton Clyde. Lawson down court quickly. Looking, not much there to Rudolph. Back to Kaufman. Now Kaufman's going to walk it back. He'll go left, looking on the left side, trying to lean in. Now skip pass underneath to Rudolph in the lane, and a foul is going to be called, and I'm guessing they're going to call it on Tyler Oldie.
A lot of ball up top, wasn't there? But I think there was body down below.
Looks like it. They called it on Jay Schaefer, so I think Oldie did have the block, but Schaefer, a little too much body underneath, so that's going to send Aiden Rudolph to the line shooting two. First free throw from Rudolph is good. And Rocky, I'll tell you, Aiden Rudolph, I had a chance to watch him last year a couple times as a freshman. Very good player. He was very good last year. I think he's grown about 4 or 5 inches since last year.
And a lot of times that happens and you lose your build. That hasn't happened for him. He still looks solid out there.
Second one on the way and good. So Aiden Rudolph hits both, and it's 26-3. Linn coming down court. Cardenas with it. He'll go back up top now, left side York. Now skip pass in the lane as Jay Schaefer trying to get that in. I think either Cardenas or Ader Martinez.
Martinez is who he had open on the block, and it was open as the ball was just kicked out of bounds.
Cardenas will inbound under his own basket. It's at baseline. That's York. Now York's going to try driving in the lane, shot up and down.
Nice little head and shoulder fake. Got a defender kind of rose up, and then he just went right as he was coming back down, up in the air, and knocked it in.
26-5, 2:52 left in this first half. Kaufman now, top of the key, 3 ball. Yes.
Wow.
You got to be kidding me.
Guy's on fire right now. Inside, outside, 3-pointers.
Cardenas now skips it into Martinez, and Martinez was breaking left, and Cardenas threw it right, and running down court, Cardenas gives the universal signal for that's on me.
Martinez also at 5'11", trying to post up against the 6'4" big body inside,
Exactly.
but fighting for position.
Doing what he can. Kaufman now just over the 3 stripe, and Gunnar Kaufman is in a rhythm. And now Coach Dalton Heiss wants a timeout. 2:23 left in the first half, 31-5, Linn trailing Clifton Clyde when we come back.
Quality products, excellent service. You'll get it all at Coolman Implement and Hardware in Linn. They feature brand names like Massey Ferguson, Gale and Agco Farm Equipment, White Planters, Husqvarna chainsaws and lawnmowers, plus Dixon parts and so much more. Coolman Implement offers the latest diagnostic equipment to repair and service your new model vehicles. With products like these and customer service that's second to none, why go anywhere else? Stop by Coolman Implement and Hardware in Linn.
It takes a lot of grit to be a farmer. The workday isn't defined by the number of hours you work, but by the work you do in those hours. And the job isn't done unless it all pays off when the combines roll. So when the work gets tough and the work days get long, count on Golden Harvest to deliver strong genetics, local know-how, and a dedication to service. Contact LeClaire Seeds, your local seed advisor at 785-410-2851 and start seeing your hard work pay off.
Well, out of the timeout, 2:21 left in the half, 31-5, Linn trailing. And, you know, you look at these guys and they're competing. Now a steal from Gunnar Kaufman as he decides to take it back out. Just really wanted to pop 3, now probably will. Doesn't, as Linn comes out and defends it pretty hard. Thomas Berry now skip pass inside Lang. There's Kaufman in the lane, right elbow. He'll skip it to Berry for 3, left side. You got to be kidding me.
All cylinders right now.
Thomas,
everything going.
Berry's one, and it is 34-5. And now a travel is going to be called on Ricardo Cardenas.
It's tough. I mean, Clifton Clyde right now is having a blast. Linn Bulldogs, not so much. And you said it a minute ago. It's not been for lack of effort. It's just right now they're having trouble controlling the basketball and knocking things down, and Clifton Clyde's hitting everything from everywhere.
Well, and right now, if you're any other team in the TVL, you're watching Clifton Clyde thinking, I do not want to play this team. Lob pass inside to Lang, goes up strong, and now they're going to say foul before the shot.
I think Martinez on the floor just kind of bodying up, trying to keep him going toward the baseline until we get a 1-and-1. Lang 6'4" and a sophomore.
Ridiculous. He's all a 6'4". Yeah. So Lang will have 1-on-1 here. First one up and in.
Pretty soft touch by the big guy.
One more on the way from Lang. That off the mark a little bit. Rebound, strong rebound that time by Wyke, and now out of bounds. It'll stay with Clifton Clyde. And when it's working, it's working.
And Linn had position, maybe just needed to, get that rear back and box out a little bit harder, so they call that foul over the back.
Berry now, Kaufman for 3, and you might as well just give it to him. Gunnar Kaufman right now is in his zone.
That's unreal.
That's 38-5 with 1:12. Now a steal by Thomas Berry, and it starts to set in a little bit for Linn. You start to press, you start to try to make things happen, and there's Kaufman again, right elbow. Are you kidding me? 14 points in this quarter.
Talking to his bench right now, saying, I'm not sure what I'm doing out here.
Well, I tell you what,
doing it.
It's a junior, 5'11" junior, and he is on fire. Crazy. 14 points in this second period, 2 threes, and everything works. There's a 3 from Linn trying to make anything happen. Great save attempt by Martinez, and that's going to stay with Linn. That'll go off Gunnar Kaufman. About the first time I've called his name when he hasn't been scoring.
No kidding. Filling it up everywhere right now.
Linn inbounds. It's Bargman. Gets it up top to York. Now York nearly loses it in the lane. Now a tie-up, and that's going to be that Linn's basketball.
Arrow belongs to the Bulldogs.
27 seconds left. It's 40-5. York to inbounds, gets it into Bargman. At the stripe, kicks it out to Trumbull. Trumbull holds. Now goes back over to Byer, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be Clifton Clyde's ball.
You got to put so much heat on it because that backside defender's tipped him out and taken it the other way, and just a little too tall.
So now Kaufman will walk it down. Clifton Clyde will just hang on to it. Right now with a 35-point lead. And now Clifton Clyde loses it out of bounds.
Yeah, Kaufman's feeling it, and he might have felt it a little too much right there. He was dancing with the basketball quite a bit.
Down to 5. Bargman, left wing 3. No, won't go. Rebound Gunnar Kaufman, and we're headed to halftime. It is 40-5. Clifton Clyde leading Linn. We're at halftime in Frankfort. Twin Valley League Tournament 2019, brought to you by Clay Center Business Association, Michelle Tesoro, photographer, Michelle'sLens.com, and Blue Valley Telecommunications. We'll bring you back after these.
Sunflower Insurance of Clifton specializes in helping farmers protect their investments with the right crop and farm insurance coverage. Along with home, property, and liability insurance, Sunflower also has the expertise to handle your tax preparation so you can avoid the headache of the complicated tax code. With their many years of knowledge and experience, Sunflower Insurance will minimize your taxes and maximize your refund. Give Sunflower Insurance of Clifton a call today.
For intricately designed and fabricated parts, bring your farm equipment to Fac Machine Shop for a job done right. Richard can fabricate and repair all kinds of farm machinery, and if there's a hard-to-find part that's needed, he'll custom make the piece himself. Being a seasoned machinist, Richard can rebuild all kinds of farm equipment. He takes pride in producing large and small, simple or complex metal fabrication projects. See Fac Machine Shop for quality metal work on all your machinery.
Do you feel like your banker is on your side, like he's doing everything he can to help your business succeed? If you're working with the loan officers at the Bank of Palmer in either Palmer or Barnes, your answer will always be yes. They value their relationships with farmers, ranchers, and construction contractors, and they understand it's all about trust. When you need a loan for ag machinery, equipment, or real estate, talk with the folks at Bank of Palmer, member FDIC.
Experience makes all the difference in your construction project. Weaver Construction of Barnes is your go-to contractor for exceptional concrete services for a wide range of jobs. From pouring basements, walkways, patios, and driveways to foundations for a new site, they can prepare and complete any concrete task, and now offer concrete stamping that provides greater detail to your project. Weaver Construction also delivers sand, gravel, and rock for your landscaping purpose. Let them put their experience to work for you.
We're at halftime, Clifton Clyde and Linn boys, and it is 40-5, all Clifton Clyde. I'll give you a look at scoring. For Linn, Daniel York with 2, Trent Byer with 3. For Clifton Clyde, 14 from Gunnar Kaufman. He just went on fire in that second quarter. All 14 of those points in that second quarter. At one point, Rocky said, as he came down, he just looked at his bench and kind of shook his head and put his hands in the air. He didn't know what he was doing.
When you don't even think about it when things start happening like that, and it doesn't happen often for a lot of people, but man, he had one incredible first half.
Well, if you're sitting in the stands or you're sitting on Clifton Clyde's bench or you're on the court in a red, white, and blue uniform, it's fun.
Yeah.
If you're wearing black and gold, it's not so much fun.
None of it
for Linn, and they weren't having a really good time. But he had 14 points, 9 for Wyatt Lang. The big man had 8 in that first period, 6 for Christian Seifert. He's in a little bit of foul trouble. 4 for Douglas Cook, 3 for Thomas Berry, and 2 for Aiden Rudolph gets us to where we're at. 40-5 at halftime here at the Twin Valley League Tournament in Frankfort. Again, Twin Valley League Tournament coverage brought to you by Walls True Value Lumber, Clay Center, Kramer Oil, and Southeast Community College. We'll take a break, bring you back after this.
Load, sort, and work your kettle easier, faster, and safer with equipment from Linn Post and Pipe Supply. Wrangler portable corrals, stationary working equipment, guaranteed gates, and continuous fencing are all available to make livestock handling safer and more efficient. Linn Post and Pipe Supply is in the business to help ranchers do what they do best. So naturally, they provide only the most durable, best quality livestock handling equipment. Linn Post and Pipe Supply, built to last for generations.
The Perfection Auto Body team of professionals are looking forward to serving you in the new year and in the years to come. We offer a 24-hour tow service. We're certified for quality aluminum repairs, and our 8 straight years of ICAR Gold Class certification is proof of how serious we are about keeping our skills up to date and in sync with the latest technology. Perfection Auto Body can handle any type of repairs. Bring it in for a free estimate.
All Perfection Auto Body, your collision car care center.
Feed your livestock's potential with quality feed from Palmer Grain. They offer bag feed, manufactured feeds, and can custom grind and mix feed. Plus, bulk feed delivery service is available. Palmer Grain can help you in your fields with ag chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. They have variable rate dry fertilizer and can custom apply crop nutrients and micronutrients only where they're needed. For more details about all their ag services, contact the agronomy department at Palmer Grain.
Sneak in for a snack, drop in for a pop, or saunter in for a slice of Hunt Brothers Pizza. We're glad to see you at Moe's Stop and Shop, and we have a variety of tasty food that will settle your growling tummy. From burgers and chips to pizza and drinks, you'll find great snacks to take on a road trip or something to munch on while you're out doing chores. We also have Green Mountain Grills if you're looking to step up your backyard barbecue game. Just mosey on over to Moe's Stop and Shop and Storage Sheds in Linn.
Back at the Twin Valley League Tournament in Frankfort, Phil Casper along with our studio engineer, Bernie Fansella. Rocky Downing joining me now from the North Gym. He's moved over to the South Gym for this game and the next one. And Rocky, halftime 40-5. Your team is down by 35. We both had a chance to talk with first-year coach Dalton Heist a little bit before the game. And Dalton said it, and I've heard it from other people too. We struggle a little bit. We're young, is what I heard. Two seniors on the roster. Exactly. Neither one of them start. All underclassmen starting. But he said one thing they will never do is quit. They will never give up. They'll go out and compete for me every time. And he said, I'll take that all day long. Agreed. Yeah. And they are. And, you hear that score 40-5, and you think, what happened? Well, what happened was Clifton Clyde, it can do no wrong. They're hitting everything in all facets of the game and doing nothing wrong. One turnover that I can think of towards the end when Kaufman maybe tried to press a little too much and he and Slater got tied up and that's it. And Linn on the other end, they come down, they're facing that defense of Clifton Clyde, which has just been very impressive. But you're down 40-5, you come out, you're going to be in a running clock all second half. You just try to come out and get something positive to come out of this game.
Well, you keep fighting, and Clifton Clyde likely calls off the dogs with a lead of this nature, and maybe you get a chance just to run some things. It's a tough part for a coach in a game like this. You're first-year coach. You got a team that's just rolling, and it's going backwards on you. The worst part of it is you really can't work on much of anything. I mean, you can't coach at that point to come meet the basketball. It's a ball fake before you make a pass there. And I'm sure he says this all day long in practice. I understand how this works. You tell them and tell them and tell them, and they're still trying to figure it out themselves. And so that's the tough part. On the other side for Clifton Clyde, I mean, hello, let's have some fun. And you saw it a little bit late that they played very disciplined to be up this much. I was impressed by the Eagles not getting into a whole lot of playground, maybe a little bit there late. But for the most part, they stuck with what they wanted to do, which was heavy defense. And then in the offensive side, they still ran good sets and got shots they wanted when they did run the half court.
We watched this Clifton Clyde team a couple of years ago, and they were struggling a little bit, but we kept seeing flashes. Mm-hmm. There's some good things happening out there. Yeah, they're getting pounded, but there's some good things happening. And then last year, we watch them and think, man, they're close.
They scared some people.
This is going to be a pretty good team. And now I commented earlier, if you're sitting in the stands watching these guys, you're thinking, I do not want to be on the floor when they're hitting like this, because when you get a team that is this talented and they start hitting on everything, there's just not a lot you can do. And it's frustrating for Linn, but again, it's a young team. It's a first-year coach. They're still getting to know each other. It's early in the season. They have done some good things this season. Right. Clifton Clyde, though, man, I'm 6-4. I mean, they're not going to come out and play like this all the time. No, but when they do, this is one dangerous team.
Scary squad when they're knocking them down the way. And the way they're defending really has been more impressive than the shots they've knocked down, in my opinion. Lynn's just been smothered the entire first half.
Well, they really have. And you and I talked a little bit on the way up. You coached, I coach, and you get in these type of games. We talked a little bit about football, and you walk into the locker room and you're just looking around and you're a little shell-shocked. And you're right. At that point, there's just not much you can do, not much you can say other than you still got to go. You still got to go back out. Right. How are you going to do this? Are you going to lay down and die, or are you going to come up swinging? And you want your team to come up swinging, certainly, and show what they're made of. So we'll see what happens in this second half. Coach Dalton Heiss will have his team ready. Coach Jim Blackwell is going to have his Eagles ready. They are excited and having fun. They were out quick of the locker room. What are you going to do? Yeah, you need to work on this. You need to work on that. No,
I would say get back out there and stay warm. Stay in the rhythm you're in right now, because it's been pretty impressive.
Just about ready to start this second half. We'll just keep it right here as Clifton Clyde will send their starters back out to begin with. Linn will do the same. Clifton Clyde will have possession. Again, we'll be in a running clock this second half with Clifton Clyde leading by 35. Seifert has it over to Lawson. To Rudolph. Back to Lawson. Seifert up top, looking to go low. He's going to skip it back up top to Lawson. Now left wing Rudolph. Looking underneath. He had Douglas Cook. Missed him. Lawson holding. Motions for Seifert to come over. He comes over, kicks it to Lawson. 3 ball. Yes.
And they start right where they finish. And for Linn, it's tough. They can't match up man-to-man, and Coach Heiss knows that. So he's got him in the zone. But the zone busters keep coming at you, and it's just tough to keep past it all.
Well, they've got about 4 guys on the floor right now that can shoot the 3, and will. There's Cardenas in the lane. Nice drive, nice shot, nice follow on the board putback, but it's blocked. And that's Jarek Weike with the block, and Clifton Clyde has it. Here comes Seifert. Lawson, 3-ball baseline. No, in and out. Good rebound underneath that time. Douglas Cook, putback won't go. Nice rebound by Trent Byer.
Yeah, Byer went up strong and yanked it down. Now coast to coast.
Oh, and he cannot get the layup to go. Boy, left-handed layup, and now Cardenas with the shot up, and I think he's going to get 2.
Yep, they got across the arm as he was going back up on the stick back. And Cardenas, if not the smallest on the floor, very close to it, and he's got 2 offensive boards in a row.
Trent Byer's got to come out. He's pointing to his shoulder. Coach Dalton Heiss makes the substitution. Like he may have took a shot.
Stinger of some sort. I hope that's maybe all it is.
Well, he's moving it okay, but he's pointing at it. Cardenas with the free throw won't go. Cardenas just a junior. He'll have 1 more. Free throw up and down. Down court quickly come the Eagles, and again the 3-2 zone. And now driving baseline, Rudolph. He's going to kick it back out to Lawson, left wing 3. No strong. Rebound loose. Still loose, and now they're going to call a kick.
It'll stay with Clifton Clyde. They call Linn on defense with a kick inside. A very loose ball situation. It's kind of hard to...
Tyler Oldie just landed on it. I'm not so sure it was a kick. He just kind of landed on it. Inbounds. Lawson will take it back up top. Seifert looking inside. Now he's going to try driving in the lane. Kicks it out to Cook. Now Cook caught. Kicks it back baseline over to Seifert. Out to Rudolph. Now Rudolph in the lane. Nice. Oh, what a feed over there to Weike, and can't get the shot to go. Rudolph gets the board. Putback won't go. Gets it again. Bowls his way in. He lowered his shoulder. They're going to call
reach in before the
they're going to call Jay Schaefer on the reach.
Rudolph that time made a great drive and dish, and it was missed by Wyke. Then Rudolph got it back. Little baby hook came up short. Then he got the board, and that's when the reach-in was called on Schaefer.
We're not at a running clock.
I don't think they'll start it till they're Seifert with 3. I think they started
Seifert for 3. You're right. It's almost getting boring to keep calling these guys for 3. It just seems like between Seifert and Kaufman and Lawson, they can pop it up from about anywhere.
Barry threw one in there earlier.
A tie-up, and Gunnar Kaufman got tied up with Daniel York, and it'll go out of bounds back to Linn on the jump ball. York has it near Steele, and Seifert now is going to get called, and that's his third or fourth.
Quickly we'll yank him out of the game with the foul situation. We'll see how many it is on him. This is third.
Christian Seifert. He picked up his second in the first quarter. He never played in that second quarter. Now, what a good look that time for Linn. Tyler Oldie up and down strong off glass. It's 46-8, and that's the little things you can start to take out of this game.
York with a good feed to set him up inside, and then Oldie set and just squared up and put it off the glass.
Well, they are out quickly when Kaufman gets that basketball. They're not going to let him shoot uncontested again. Kaufman now drives all the way to the other side, hands it to Barry. He'll come back right. Barry back to Kaufman. Kaufman looking inside. He's got Lang. He's matched up on Tyler Oldie. Now Kaufman on the baseline feeds Lang out to Seifert. Now Seifert in the lane. Oh, good look over to Jarek Wyke. Wyke up and down for his first two.
One more thing I was going to say about Clifton Clyde, unselfish. We've seen time and time again drive and find the next man open and the better man open.
There's a turnaround jumper from the free throw stripe for Byer. That won't go. Rebound to Clifton Clyde. Seifert out of there with it. Left wing Kaufman for 3. He's gone a little cold. There's something you don't say very often. A miss by Gunnar Kaufman. Now Kaufman driving in the lane, puts a shot up, and a foul is going to be called on the floor.
Yeah, before the shot, I believe.
Yeah, it is. That foul is going to be called on Daniel York. So 4:25 left in the third. It's 48-8. Kaufman inbounds near Steele. Good defense by Byer, but Barry ends up with it. Seifert for 3 and a 6. We'll see who's got the ups to get it.
Wonderly's on it.
And
one punch, 2 punch.
Oh, and now Lang will get it. So now Wyatt Lang will show Kelly Wonderly how it's done.
Wonderly just stuck it in higher and tighter than it was the first time he hit it. Jump ball when that happens. It sticks in between the rim and the backboard.
So Linn will have it. Inside look to Oldie. Oldie trying to turn around, gets it taken away. Here comes Kaufman. Now Kaufman feeding Seifert. Great defense that time by Linn, Trent Byer, but Clifton Clyde will keep it. There's a 3 from Kaufman. No, he's missed 2 in a row. Barry with the follow, and Thomas Barry, all 5'7" of him, with the follow and put back.
Little teardrop over the bigger man's defending hands and just dropped it in there.
Knocked out of bounds on the pass by Christian Seifert. Keaton Bargman trying to work that in. 3:44 left in the third. It's 50-8. Again, if you haven't heard us talking, they will compress this tournament down, and they will finish this thing on Thursday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and there's a nice follow by Linn. That's Trent Byer for 2, and Coach Dalton Heiss wants a timeout. 3.5 minutes left in the third. It's 50-10. Clifton Clyde with the lead when we come back.
Titan West Cattle Care hydraulic chutes are the strongest working chutes available today. It's a heavy-duty all-steel unit built to take abuse. The frame is made of high-strength steel tubing with all stress points reinforced for added strength and durability. A patented neck extender gently immobilizes an animal's head to make quality vaccinations or implants. The Cattle Care hydraulic chutes are designed with safety of animal and operator in mind. Titan West products are distributed by Prairie Road Ironworks.
3.5 minutes left in the third, 50-10. Clifton Clyde leading Linn. Again, they will compress this down. They'll play it tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, and they will finish up just trying to be proactive, which is probably a great idea at this point.
I would agree.
On the inbounds, a good steal that time. That's Daniel York, and a putback by York.
Nice up and under, big head and shoulder fake, and then he was able to put it in. That's 2 straight buckets for Linn, and now some pressure causing Clifton Clyde problems.
All of a sudden, Clifton Clyde has come alive, and now they're going to call a foul on Gunnar Kaufman.
I think it's turnover.
No, they're going to call a turnover.
I think Seifert got up with the basketball.
I think he did too.
And they're calling the travel.
So Linn, all of a sudden, showing a little life.
A good little spurt. They get a couple of buckets in a row, the second straight turnover in a row.
York to inbound. Gets it into Byer. He's okay to go over and back. Wasn't sure. And now Byer tries driving, picks up the foul from Wyatt Lang.
Good attack by the sophomore, going in strong on the left side.
All of a sudden, Linn showing a little life, and if Clifton Clyde thought they were going to quit, they're going to be surprised. York at the point. I think Clifton Clyde knows better than that. They have played earlier this year. They lost in December, I believe by 29.
York
There's a
again.
nice drive from Daniel York. All of a sudden, he's got 6 points. Clifton Clyde now will bring it down court. Lang has it over to Lawson. 52-23, they lost back on December 11th. Now Wonderly has it taken away, and that's Daniel York. All of a sudden, York has decided this is mine. Good pass. Good look that time from York over to Trent Byer, up and down, and one.
There was contact he took that up through and found a way with that left hand just to get it up there softly, and it dropped in.
Well, and he knew that contact was coming, too.
A little 8-0 run by Linn.
And now Coach Jim Blackwell wants a timeout. 2:27 left in the third. It's 50-16. Clifton Clyde leading Linn when we come back.
When you visit Clay Center, you're going to have a great experience and find it memorable. You'll discover small-town charm, unique shops, and friendly people all around. Merchants will be glad to help you find what you're looking for that adds to personalized customer service. The Clay Center Business Association welcomes you to spend a day or a weekend taking in all that Clay Center has to offer. Dine in at local restaurants, take in a movie, or drive through the small but beautiful zoo park. It's a feeling that stays with you a long time.
Show the world who you've become and who you want to be with your senior portrait. Michelle's Lens will zoom in on your personality, ambition, taste, and style, and we'll have fun doing it. Hi, I'm Michelle Tessero. During your paid session, we focus on you with outfits, props, and scenery. And then we focus on the free. 36 free wallet sizes to share, free images for social media, and a free flash drive. Senior Portraits by Michelle's Lens.
Free throw on the way out of the timeout from Trent Byer. Won't go, but Linn gets the board back. There's York in the lane, up and over. Rudolph won't go. Ball batted around. Who's got it? I think York does. Now York back in the lane, and they're going to call a foul, probably on Wonderly.
About the fight by York getting in there and against bigger players, athletically getting up, just tip, tip, tip until he can grab the basketball.
Well, all of a sudden it's just like Daniel York has just decided, okay, enough. We're better than this. And they are. Cardenas now will dribble up. Now he'll get it up top to Byer. Back to Cardenas. Into Byer on the elbow. Oh, nice pass into Oldie. Partially blocked. Oldie gets it. Can't get the shot to go. Ball batted around into the hands of Cardenas. Shot up. That won't go. Rebound by Clifton Clyde. It's Eric Peterson out of there with it. Now Kaufman now on the other end. Ball loose. Has it knocked away. Does come up with it. Back to Peterson. Over to LeDuc Pierce. Inside he goes to Peterson. Back to LeDuc Pierce. He's going to drive baseline. Tries going around Cardenas. Nice defense. Cardenas knocks it away. Gets it back up to Lawson. Left side Kaufman. Cross court LeDuc Pierce. three, no, baseline, backside rebound, and a good one by Peterson, but that won't go. Rebound to Oldie. Here comes Linn. Now Byer at the free throw stripe. He holds, and now a three from York, and that won't go. What a rebound from Byer on the stripe. Tries getting it underneath to Oldie, but goes out of bounds back to the Eagles. Great idea.
It was.
Oldie's just a little out of position.
Didn't quite make the cut. Byer thought he was going to, and so the ball gets out of bounds, but good efforts.
1:04 left in the third. It's 50-16. Linn has started to make some things happen here. Now Lang nearly loses it. Now a tie-up by Cardenas. Great job, or rather Martinez. Great job by Ader Martinez. The ball will stay with Clifton Clyde, but that's good defense.
Lang, 6'4", sophomore. He does a good job of keeping it up high, but he was down around his waist, and it's everybody's same size there.
Inbounds pass to Wyatt Lang, and that's just too easy. 52-16, down under 40. Bargman, he's going to try three left wing. That's off the mark. Rebound out of bounds to the Eagles. So 34.8 seconds left. It's 52-16. So if you're coaching the Linn Bulldogs, you go back and look at this quarter, and you think, yeah, okay, these are some things we can build on. We did some good things here. Now Kaufman, or rather Rudolph, into Lang. Boy, Lang is just strong inside there. Just bulls his way up and down off glass.
Strong. What I like, though, is his soft touch when he does put it up.
Long three on the other end for Linn. That won't go for Jay Schaefer. Good look. Wouldn't go. And now Rudolph, spin move. Oh, what a block! As Rudolph tried to spin move, and Trent Byer went up with him, and a jump ball is called. That's going to go to Linn. That is great defense by Linn. A great move by Rudolph in the lane, but Byer wasn't fooled.
Well, Rudolph made a heck of a ball fake, but like you said, Byer just went up with that left hand and length and made the shot block.
Now Byer, other end, trying to get a shot to go, won't go, and that's going to end the third period. So pretty good third quarter for Linn. They still trail 54-16 when we come back.
Need oil? Kramer Oil Company has you covered. They now carry 3 oil and lubricant brands to ensure your farm and trucking equipment always runs smoothly. Check out their new value price line or a premium line like Sinclair or Mobil. Not sure which is right for you? Kramer Oil can find one that meets your needs and your budget. Delivery to Clay, Washington, Marshall, and Riley counties, or receive a $25 discount if you pick up your drum or tote at their Marysville office. Visit KramerOil.com for details.
Taking control of your grain marketing means having enough storage on your farm. To maximize profits, have you considered adding storage for next year? Right now, D&K Agri-Sales is offering early bird discounts on all grain bins and handling systems for winter installation. This discount is available on both materials and labor, so place your order now. For more info, visit dnkagrisales.com. This material and labor special offers deep discounts for winter construction on grain bins and handling systems. Visit dnkagrisales.com today.
Start of the fourth, Wyatt Lang, shot off glass, won't go from the stripe. Rebound to the Bulldogs, 54-16. Linn down court quickly and losing a handle on the ball is Trent Byer. Looked up before he had possession.
Like a receiver trying to get downfield.
Exactly. And now Clifton Clyde kicks it out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Bulldogs. Now Coach Jim Blackwell up doing a little coaching. He's not liking what he's seeing out of his Eagles right now. He'll like that on the steal on the inbound from T. Cook, but he can't get the shot to go. So Linn will get it back. Cardenas over to Schaefer. Cardenas kicks it to York. Out on the right, now driving in the lane, has a shot blocked by Lang, and a tie-up between Byer and York, or Cook, rather.
No, running clock, 54-16. You've mentioned it a few times, but I will say again, if you didn't see the scoreboard and looked at the effort on the court by both teams, you'd think it was nip and tuck right now. Linn is not back down at all.
Well, and you got to like what you see out of Clifton Clyde in a game like this as well. There's a nice shot that time. The Cardenas up and down with that.
Yeah, pull-up jumper, knocked it down.
Foul's going to be called on Cardenas. But you're right, and I think on both sides, you like what you're seeing out of Linn. They're not quitting. They're still competing. But you also like to see what you're seeing out of Clifton Clyde, because a lot of times you'll see teams get in a game like this, and they will start to play ground basketball, and they'll start doing things they're not supposed to be doing and not coached to do.
Real sloppy stuff. That's not been the case. Good steal here by Schaefer.
Chase Schaefer now down court, chased by Seifert, and Schaefer up and down for two. I think you're seeing good things from both teams at this point in the game. Near steal again. Nice ball handling by Christian Seifert.
And Clifton Clyde went deeper on the bench. You know, they don't have Kaufman and some of the companies into the rotations they normally have in there.
Lob pass now underneath. Oh, that's a good look in there from Cook inside to Eric Peterson, and Peterson will get his first bucket.
Tough finish in low with a lot of contact around it. He went up and got it off the window.
Linn with the ball. Schaefer over to Cardenas. Back to Schaefer. He'll kick it to York on the baseline. Berry out quickly on him. Schaefer will put up a shot off the mark. Rebound to Clifton Clyde. Here comes Cook, and now Cook, boy, some ball handlers on this on the floor. There's a long three from Berry, and Thomas Berry hit the three, his second. Thomas had a brother. I don't know if you remember Austin.
Yeah.
Could hit from everywhere.
I do, yeah.
Now inside, Oldie up and around. Boy, that's a nice move by Oldie, up and around Wyatt Lang, and Lang with a little frustration as Clifton Clyde putting the pressure on, and the officials say, I call this game, not you.
In fact, he just said, you play, I call the game.
And Lang smartly walked to the other end of the floor. A good defense again. That's York has had a heck of a second half. He's not going to be in the scoring column a whole lot. He's got 6 points right now, but he has really played pretty well. There's a 3-ball now, 2-ball rather, that won't go from Trumbull. And now down court is Cook. Lay in, won't go, but he's going to be fouled by Joseph Trumbull, one of 2 seniors on this Bulldog team.
Pretty sure if you're playing pickup basketball going back to the other end of the court, York's the one guy you don't want to be guarded by. It would irritate the heck out of you all night long.
Yeah, it would be not much fun. T. Cook will shoot 2, hits the first. Cook is a 5'7" freshman. Pretty solid. 2 seniors on Clifton Clyde's roster. One of them is Christian Seifert as Cook hits the second.
Yeah, you look at the youth of Linn we talked about, but Clifton Clyde is very talented and young.
Wonderly, the only other senior. Wonderly doesn't start. Seifert does. There's York again, and now an illegal. Is that an illegal screen set?
They got Martinez kind of moving to free up that space.
Boy, nice move by York, though.
Strong to the glass, and he finished it. Just didn't get a chance to win.
Finish, but it won't count. 3 minutes left, 61-20. So Clifton Clyde is going to move on. And again, the brackets, we're just going to have to try and figure these out.
Sort it out.
Looks like Clifton Clyde will play Frankfurt. Not sure. I'm assuming that will happen here. There's Wonderly in the lane. Wonderly can't get the shot to go, and now a foul on the rebound on Clifton Clyde.
Now, they will play at 4:45 tomorrow, as was scheduled. Tomorrow's schedule may not be messed with a lot. Wednesday and Thursday is going to change a ton, and then nothing on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, Wednesday and Thursday, and there'll be 2 locations. They'll be played here and in Centralia, so they'll be playing in 4 gyms, and now a foul on the rebound on Linn. Because we're down to 2:05, 61-20. Yeah, there's a steal again by the Linn Bulldogs, and Joseph Trumbull gets his first basket, but again, credit Daniel York. Now York he's just getting after it. You know, and you watch Daniel York right now, and he'll pick up that foul. I'm certainly not going to be too upset with him.
No. Effort, and more effort. And now he gets to come out of the game and
He has played really well in this second half.
Yeah.
And Coach Heiss quickly over to, I think, tell him the same thing. Free throw from Kaufman, and tell you what, on fire in that second period. He hadn't hit a shot in the second half.
Hadn't played a whole lot, but he missed the ones he did take.
And Linn now with the basketball loose. And, oh, what a move inside. That's Jay Schaefer up and down for two more. And now Clifton Clyde throws it away. Down under a minute, 61-24. Cardenas, high off glass in the lane, won't go. Right back into the hands of Joseph Trumbull, and he'll get two more. The senior now with 4.
Linn still pressuring in the backcourt.
Still pressing. And now over and back on Clifton Clyde.
Now Wonderly was in the front court, and Barry jumping to Cook jumping across from the backcourt as he caught it, so it's over and back.
Jay Schaefer has it down to 15. Trumbull gets it down to Thalman. And now Thalman over to Schaefer. Schaefer tries to get a shot, won't go. Ball loose, and Lawson out of there with it. Lawson's going to be pressured, and Linn is really doing a good job defensively. Shot at the buzzer won't go, and we are final. 61-26. Clifton Clyde defeats Linn. We'll take a timeout, bring you back, look at the scoring after this.
Seniors, it's your last semester of high school. What's next? Southeast Community College is a great, affordable option for your next step. Find out more at one of our SCC Discovery Days. See the campus and take a tour. Visit with instructors and current students. And get information on how to pay for college, too. Best of all, it's free, and we'll even buy you lunch. Visit our Beatrice campus on February 15th or April 1st. To see more and to register for SCC Discovery Days, go to southeast.edu/discover-SCC.
Earn a $20 credit for each new customer you refer to Blue Valley Telecommunications. The more friends you refer, the more money you save, earning up to $240 per year. Each friend you refer to Blue Valley will earn a $20 credit as well. Just make sure he or she tells us your name when signing up for a new service with us. Contact our office today to start earning.
www.bluevalley.net.
Well, it was all Clifton Clyde. They led 18-1 at the end of one, 40-5 at halftime. They led 54-16 at the end of 3, and 61-26 was your final. But that second half, I thought Linn came out. You know, you're down 40-5. We talked about it. It could go either way. You could see Linn fold. You could also see Clifton Clyde come out and start doing things they shouldn't, and you never saw that happen on either side of the ball. I was impressed with both teams in that second half.
Yeah, Eagles were disciplined, as we mentioned a couple of times, even with this huge lead, and they built it up early. So I give them kudos for that. And the Linn Bulldogs just kept bringing energy and had some good things happen for them in the second half. They went on a little 8-0 run at one time and at least got a chance to settle in and to get a feel for the game. They didn't really have any feel for the game up until that point.
Well, it's a 14-11 third quarter. Eagles win it. And then it's a 10-7 fourth quarter. The Bulldogs win that. And, you know, Clifton Clyde continues their rotation. They continue to bring guys in and out. They've got a great rotation going. And like you said, they don't change a lot when they rotate. They can have a different 5 on the floor, and it's the same Clifton Clyde team. It's an impressive team that Coach Blackwell has this year.
Clifton Clyde wins that game probably 10 times out of 10 this year. But they don't win it that big without the way they shot in the first half either. I mean, it was crazy for a while, the things dropping in for them, and they can give them credit. They caught fire, and it was across the board. It wasn't just one guy. We talked about Kaufman a lot, but everybody was dropping them in.
Well, everybody was dropping them in, and it just a lot of things were going right. No turnovers. I only can recall one, in that first half. And Linn on the other side was having all kinds of trouble getting into what they wanted to do. But that was largely in part by the things that Clifton Clyde were doing, and they were doing it very well. Let's give you a look at some scoring. For the Bulldogs, 7 from Trent Byers, 6 from Daniel York, 4 from Jay Schaefer and Joseph Trumbull, 3 from Ricardo Cardenas, and 2 from Tyler Oldie. For Clifton Clyde, 14 from Gunnar Kaufman. All of those came in the second quarter.
Is that right?
Could not miss.
He couldn't, that's for sure.
And then he could not hit in that second quarter. He hit all 14 points in that second quarter. 13 for Wyatt Lang. 9 of those came in that first half. 9 points from Christian Seifert. He was in foul trouble quite a bit. 8 from Thomas Berry, and then 5 from Slater Lawson, 4 from Douglas Cook, and then 2 each from T. Cook. Jarek Weike and Aiden Rudolph. Clifton Clyde wins it 61-26. They advance. They will play Frankfort. I believe that'll be right here tomorrow at 4:45. As far as I know, that won't change. Now, again, if you are just tuning in, they have compressed this tournament. They will wrap it up on Thursday. They have bumped everything. I don't think tomorrow will change a lot.
I think tomorrow's pretty much status quo the way we're reading it, but it will change drastically on Wednesday and Thursday. They'll start games at 1:30 on Wednesday. They'll start games at 1 o'clock on Thursday. They're going to play some of the games both tomorrow, in fact, at Centralia. That'll be the consolation game.
Like consolation tomorrow in Centralia.
It'll be at Centralia, and then on Thursday they will play consolation games at Centralia as well.
So it'll be a little tricky, but they will get it done. And I still like what they're doing here with this tournament in anticipation of the weather. You always hope it's not going to happen,
right?
But if they would wait and try to play this and something would happen,
they may not get to play it out.
They may not get to play it out. So we'll see what happens. Also, you'll be in Hillsboro tomorrow as well.
3 o'clock and 4:30 the game times tomorrow. They start at 3:15 here tomorrow.
And again,
got all that figured out?
I got it all figured out. You just tell me where I need to be, and I'll be here. Clifton Clyde beats Linn 61-26. Headed up for our final game of this evening. It'll be Axel and Troy, a boys matchup that's coming up in just about 11 minutes right here. We'll take a break, bring you back after the